If you have absolutely no clue what Sorare is, or basically don't know anything about it, well, we're pretty much in the same boat. But today, they have announced their update for the new gameplay changes and their transition period to those gameplay changes, because a lot is going to change. And let me tell you, those changes look pretty damn sexy. Sorare is not traditionally a free-to-play game, but how it works is you select 5 players for a lineup, you put that lineup in a competition, and if they do well in real life, you could win rewards. Those rewards being a player who could be worth money, or even cash rewards that they're starting to add now. They also have different scarcities, so we have limited, rare, super rare, and unique. And oh boy, unique, proper cheeky scrubs going there. Look, players go for as high as £100,000. Now, if you have some unique players, you can enter some unique tournaments and actually win that amount of money. That's how big boy thing it can be, alright? Very sexy. But me personally, I'm probably just like you. I don't really want to chuck £100,000 into a fantasy game where you might not actually win anything back. I mean, you could earn a lot more back, but you might not. And if you don't, it will be unlucky. But I myself, because I'm just getting into Sorare, and I can imagine a lot of you watching this might also not know much about Sorare, there is a free-to-play option. Now, you can play for free, and if you do well enough in the free competitions, you can actually win a card that's worth money, that you can either sell that card or start to enter the competitions that you can win more and more money and eventually progress all the way to win all of the money. Maybe not £100,000, but you know, you might get closer to it one day. Now, their free-to-play game modes right now are these amateur modes. So right now, I have 5 players selected, because you do a whole draft phase, and then you have your squad selected. So right now, I have all of these common cards. So these cards are completely free. You can play this for free. And right now, what you can do is select a lineup. I've got other players here. And then you can also make up to 2 transfers a week. And then that's how you can potentially get a better squad. All for free, but you can just keep playing and eventually win rewards. Now, I myself have actually won a reward on this. It wasn't worth £100,000, or I'm pretty sure it wasn't even worth a quid, but it was worth something. But with that money and some other money I've somehow just acquired into my Sorare account, you can then also enter this kickoff competition. And with that, all that requires is 1 limited card, which is 1 card that could be worth less than £1, and 4 other common cards, which you get for free. And within that, you can compete again. And within that, I last week actually won a card of Carl Hein. I mean, Heinz Beans, I have no clue who he even is, but reserve goalkeeper for Arsenal. And I actually sold him for £4.20. Now, that is pretty dank. All of that because I had 1 card that I paid for. So, essentially free to play, because within these free to play tournaments, I won a card, and within using some of those cards, you can enter these next few tournaments, and then I win more and more money. So it's good progression there, but it's about to get even better. Because in this new Sorare update, they have announced that they're making a change to the amateur and kickoff formats. So previously, like I said, you can have your full team and then make up to 2 changes a week. So if I just go here again, then I haven't used any transfers here. I can get rid of one of my cards, just get rid of him, and just add a new one. There you go, and there you go. And then I can craft a much better squad for next week. But now they're changing this, so instead of making this 2 transfers every week and almost rewarding the more engaged managers and possibly making it harder, because if you're not always constantly playing it, are you going to make rewards? Probably not. They are now changing it to essentially a new game every single week, where you don't have to care about your other existing cards, or you don't really keep the common cards. You essentially create a new squad every week and compete every week against a completely level playing field, and then potentially you could win rewards just by even, you know, you haven't played the game for a few months, you could just click on it, you know what, I fancy a little go this one, have a go, there you go, you've won a card worth a tenner. Boom. So the new format that it will follow will actually be similar to their daily fantasy, Rivals. Now, Rivals is slightly different. So, as you saw in the amateur tournaments, right now I have a full lineup that will play all different games throughout the week. But what Rivals is a daily fantasy, completely free again, but you select 1 game. So let's just go to Saturday, for instance, and we see Man United Everton. And then if I click edit lineup, that's where I can create a team. So right now, as you can see, I've selected, you have to choose 1 goalkeeper, 1 defender, 1 midfielder, 1 forward, and an extra player. And then with that, there's also a captain. There's also some strategies and tactics to choose. And then prompts you to buy cards. But no, we're free to play. Get rid of you. Buy. And with that, you can enter the arena, which you get tickets for every 12 hours. And then if you win 3 in a row, right here, you get the rewards rival box. Now, I have also won a card in this. I won a James Milner. I sold him for 80p. Underground, road to underground coming soon, right? If I get about, what's that? Maybe like 150,000 more James Milners, I'm basically there. So we'll get there soon. But you can, again, win money for free. But this concept of completely setting a lineup for the game is similar to what these new free-to-play tournaments are going to be with this new format and with this new update. So I've clicked on a game that I haven't chose any players for, so Aston Villa versus Spursy. So let me think, you know, I will probably go, Aston Villa have been doing well lately, so let's go for them. So I could go Douglas Luiz there, I go Leon Bailey. With my defender, I'm like, oh, you know what, some of their defenders are currently quite cheap. Now, the whole scoring system is very different if you've not played Sorare. It's not just based on goals and assists like FPL if you're used to playing that instead. It's more actually rewarding player for doing well. A Rodri of Man City scores better than Haaland. Now, in FPL, if you said that to somebody, you'd be like, what the frick is this geezer on about? You actually get rewarded for playing ball, basically. If you're involved in the game, you're putting in those good actions, you know, those good passes, interceptions, tackles, all of that, then you actually get rewarded for that, not just goals, assists. That's it. So, yeah, we choose here, we go here, we go here. And now, look at this, I got 42 budget left. This price is also determined on how they've scored in the last 15 games. So if I do that, and there you go, I got a full lineup set up, captain, I'll just choose Gegenpress for that one. Boom, there you go, I've got a lineup set up. Now that right there was just for one game, because this is Rivals, but with this new tournament format, this is going to be for the full week. So if I go back here, this is what I've got my weekly setup for the amateur game mode. So instead of here, of going what I showed you with the swapping back and forth, right here, instead of that, we are literally going to be able to just select a full squad like we are in Rivals. And then you can have whatever lineup you want for completely free, challenge every week. And they are also going to do some promotion and relegation and other reward boxes in there. And essentially, you're going to have a very good free-to-play mode, which you can not only just play for fun. I mean, I've just been playing Rivals for fun. So much so, I've been playing so many Rivals games, right? I've apparently played quite a few. But I'm also 310th in the world out of like 85,000 people playing this free mode. Now, what do I get for that? Absolute frick ult. No, I got a James Milner. That's what I got. And that James Milner sold for 80p. So, you know, literally drinks on me, lads. But this free-to-play mode, I mean, it's just like FPL, right? It's just fun. It's just fun to play. But not only that, it's fun to play with rewards on the side. Now, if I hadn't put any other money into this game, then, you know, I could have an 80p out to nothing. That's not much. But that 80p can then put me into another tournament. And that tournament could potentially give me more rewards. And that more rewards can give me more money and more cards. And I keep going and keep going and keep going. A lot of people also just invest, you know. You could look at, you could put a couple £100 in there, get a good team sorted for the year. You just swing it about, have a go every now and again. And if you get lucky, you can actually turn out a pretty good return on investment, all whilst playing a fun fantasy game, you know? So what I'm trying to say is, not only with their free-to-play modes is this just a fun game to play that I'm really starting to get into, and that's also why I kind of want to make content on it. And that is also why I'm jumping on the bandwagon right here to make a video on it, you know? But also, it's all about to get a lot better, as you don't the downside of FPL is that you have to be constantly switched on week per week per week. And if you get it wrong one week, then that's it. Your season's finished. Your friends are all taking the L on you. There's no chance coming back, right? But with this one, no, none of that. You can just play whatever week you fancy. You don't fancy playing one week, don't. And you won't get punished for it. And not only that, again, you can win rewards for free. Not much. You will need to put in money to get more money out, but you can get that initial load. You can get that initial reward to, you know, keep playing more, or you can just keep on playing for free and just get a couple of extra few quid every now and again. Now, I realise I've pretty much chatted shy, and most of you might know what I've been talking about. Most of you might have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about, and I don't know if I've helped either of you. But either way, Sorare, it's going through a transitional phase right now. They've announced a new gameplay update. That's what this whole new update is. It's going to properly start in August. August, but they've announced kind of the transition period from now until then with rewards. I mean, if you guys don't know, the big boy rewards are actually very big. So they got a whole new division promotion within their paid cards that you can buy or win, like I say. But then some of their big prize pools, I mean, just for finishing first in rare, 2,200 quid. And you can get that every single week. I mean, is one person going to get that every single week? Absolutely freaking not. But maybe when Bacon Boy's up there, then maybe he could, maybe he could start the challenge. But yeah, no, all of their free-to-play modes are definitely a lot better. And as somebody who just likes fantasy football, I mean, I play FPL for fun. I've been playing Rivals a lot for fun. This update, it's really tickling my pickle, I think... Unfortunately, I think it's going to make me spend more money on Sorare. Because, I mean, initially I put in a tenner because I just wanted Brennan Johnson because I bought him like 2 years ago. I haven't put in any money since then. And then I've sold and bought some other cards here and there whilst I've started to play Rivals, which was a free-to-play mode. It is a free-to-play mode, but it got me to pay. So, basically not free-to-play. But again, this mode and that mode is free-to-play now. And I am loving it. And it's just better than FPL, that's all I'm trying to say. This is my smooth transition to quit FPL and just play here instead. So overall, good. I think if you want to play a free-to-play fantasy game and you want to keep it free-to-play, this is still going to be fun. If you want to start as a free-to-play mode and eventually start putting money in and start, building up your rewards and getting closer to a nice rounded squad that you could actually start challenging competitions and that, then this is good. Or even if you just want a little taster, a little teaser of what Sorare has to offer before you invest money, then all of this is just perfect as well. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Essentially, yes, the new update covers a lot of other stuff. If you actually have put money into it, or you're going to put money into it, or you haven't heard of it, and you're like, you know what, I might put money into it, then that's great. And I'm sure a lot of people who actually know what they're talking about will talk about that. But I wanted to give my personal perspective of essentially a free-to-play player and how it's going to be going as the new free-to-play modes. And essentially, 10 out of 10 would smash again. That's all. Thanks for watching, and bye.
Don't be a cheeky scrub. Subscribe to Nathan Bacon right now. Don't let your memes be dreams.